Okay, so before we get started, any questions at all about what it is that I sent you last week? I know, were you here last week? You were here last week? You were here last week? Okay. It's kind of hard for me to keep up with everybody. Let me turn this just a little bit. Okay, so no questions at all. Okay. All right, so the video that I sent out, if you haven't watched it yet, go watch it. It's going to help you kind of review. It's not a full scale kind of review. It's just a quick summary of what it is that we went over last week. Okay, so we're going to go over that again, and we're going to deal a lot with time today. So we all know the sign for time. Time. Okay. And then wristwatch. Do you guys remember that one? Very good. Wristwatch. Wristwatch is just the F hand shaped. Time. All right, so when we're telling time, we start with the hour first, and it always originates off of the wrist, off of your wrist area. So if it's 1 o'clock, yeah, so your left hand. Yeah, your right hand dominant. So it'll be 1 o'clock.
Yeah, because
you're mirroring. 1 o'clock.
So
So you will shake it if it's just 1 o'clock. If there's minutes after it, you won't shake it. It'll be 1:45 or 1:30 or whatever it is. Okay, you're not 1:33 because then it's just it's like saying 1:33 in their eyes. Okay, so 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, all the way up to 9 o'clock.
We do time 10 o'clock.
Very good. Time 10 o'clock. Time 11 o'clock. Time 12 o'clock. Okay? Clear on that? Okay? So when you're saying morning, night, afternoon, early morning, kind of putting an AM or a PM on that, you'll do morning, afternoon, or night. Okay? But before I get to that, with the hour, if you watch the video, if it's like, say, 1:24, that when we do 1, the 24 is going to move over just a little bit. Most of the time, that's what you're going to see. Come on in. We're just reviewing what it is that I sent you guys. Okay, so the time that we did last week. So 1:24, it moves over just a little bit. But the hour always starts at the wrist. You have a question? Oh, you were just, okay. All right. Okay, so AM and PM. So if it's 6 o'clock in the morning, you do 6 o'clock in the morning. And if you watch the video, if it's really early in the morning, you're going to move your arm, because if you pretend like this is the horizon, like you're looking in the horizon, okay, the sun's coming up, all right? Yes, and it comes, you pretend that your hand is kind of, it's the sun.
Okay.
Okay, does that make sense? So this is the horizon. If it's 1 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay? So if you think about it, it's like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, noon. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the sign for night. Okay? All right, so let's, before we do that, sign for morning. Everybody knows the sign for morning, right? Morning. Morning. Okay. Morning. Okay. Afternoon is afternoon. Okay, this is noon. This is afternoon. Okay, afternoon. And then as it goes down, hand turns into like a bent B with a thumb out. Night. 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 Okay, so morning, morning, noon, afternoon, night. Okay. All right, also for the sign for noon, if you watch the video, you're also going to see the number 12 for noon as well. Noon. Okay, so that process also follows for, you know how we do night, okay, midnight, midnight, midnight. You'll also see midnight, instead of night, it's like midnight, kind of hangs over, but most of the time you're going to see midnight. It's going to be down, okay. But your arm, this arm never moves, okay, so morning, morning, noon, afternoon, night, and then it kind of circles, okay? All right, so now we're going to talk a little bit more about the sign morning, all morning, okay? So the sign for morning, all morning. So you start
over here.
you start over here all morning. That's why I woke up and I was working all morning. Okay, all morning. Does that make sense? Okay. All afternoon.
Do that again.
All afternoon. Okay. All afternoon. Yeah. Yeah. It
Okay.
starts kind of over here all afternoon. And your hand, it will be not bent, straight. All afternoon. Okay, all night is a little bit different. It's all night. All night. All night. So I couldn't sleep all night. All night. Right? So all morning, all afternoon, all night. Okay? Everybody got that? Any questions? All right. So, past and future tense as well. This is the sign for past, before. So, last night or yesterday morning, last morning.
It's like the sign for was.
Was,
Yep.
past, history, before. Okay?
Cool.
Future. Okay? So, future night. Sometime. Okay? All right. So, days of the week. Did anybody did I post that? I don't know if I posted that yet. Monday through Sunday? Okay.
I think it was just times and review.
Okay. I don't know if we went over the days of the week
I
yet.
don't think we
I don't
have.
think we have either, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Mm-mm,
Thursday, Friday.
no.
Okay, cool. All right, so Monday, they're very easy. Very, very easy.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. So Monday, you all know the letter M. Turn it around, palm will face you. Palm will face you on the, there you go. Monday. Palm will always face you on these. Monday. Okay, Tuesday starts with a T, so T. Tuesday. And it's in a circular motion. It'll be in a circular motion, okay? Wednesday. W, Wednesday. Thursday is a little bit different, okay? Instead of using the first one, because we've already done that with Tuesday, it's going to use the second, Thursday, which is the H. And instead of it being an H like this, like we normally would sign if we were doing the alphabet, H, G, H, I, okay? We're going to just let it relax and it's going to kind of do that and circle that. You will also see Thursday, TH. Either one of those are fine, Thursday.
Mhm.
Okay,
I feel
so
like that'd be
Thursday,
quicker. Yeah.
Thursday, I do Thursday. It's easier for me.
Yeah, that'd be
Thursday,
quicker.
Thursday,
It's more self-explanatory.
yeah. TH, Thursday, Thursday. Okay, Friday, palm facing you, Saturday, S, Saturday. Sunday is a little bit different too. Sunday. Okay, so it's going to be closed hands. Don't keep your fingers. Close them. Thumbs out. Sunday. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Also, you know the sign for awesome. Have we went over the sign for awesome? Awesome.
Yes.
It's also the sign for Sunday. So there's two signs for Sunday.
Cool.
Sunday. Okay. So, like, what if I have Bible study every Monday? We have class here, ASL class every Sunday. So instead of saying every Monday or every Sunday, there's a way we sign that as well. We're going to put a calendar in 3D space with our days of the week. Okay. So if we're meeting here every Monday, instead of saying every Monday, we'll pretend that that's in front of us. Okay. Like, you know, the weeks go down Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, every Monday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday. Okay, and Thursday, most people, you're going to see the TH there. Thursday. every Thursday, every Friday, every Saturday, and then every Sunday. Instead of Sunday, every Sunday. And it'll show on your body as well. Okay? All right? Everybody remember the sign for day?
Something like that.
Very close. Yeah, so just very good. You got it. Day. 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 Okay. Day.
One day.
Yeah, like just a one. It's not a D. Some people will say, oh, it's day, you have to do with it. No, it's just one day. It feels awkward, it looks awkward. Yeah, it's a day. All right? Every day. Every day. You remember that one? I know we went over that one every day. It's been a while.
I might have not been here because I don't remember that.
Every day. All right? We also talked about, okay, Pat, let's do past and future as well. We know the sign for week. Remember the sign for week, like a week's time. Okay, remember that calendar?
Mm-hmm.
Week. Week. Okay, your palm, not like this, palm will face, there you go. And close it, not D, close it. There you go. D, or D. Week. Week. Okay? You know how we did like all morning? If we're doing all week, it's all week. Okay? You imagine like you're signing all, kind of like all week. You're eliminating all and you're putting it in your expressions.
I was just about to do that.
All week. Okay? Last week. Okay? Instead of past week, what we do is last week. Okay, see that? Last week. So last week, Sunday, or whatever it is that you're going to be talking about. Okay, so last week. Next week. Next week. Everything in the future is going to be in front of you. Everything in the past is going to be behind you. So last week. Next week. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. If you can imagine, you know, the calendar in front of you, future is ahead of you, past is behind you. Once you get the sign right, you can kind of put two and two together if you're what you're trying to say. Like, oh, it was last week, Monday at 3:45. You know, time, calendar. Okay? Or we're having an event next week, Sunday, after church at 4:50 or whatever time, you know. Okay? All right, so last week, all week, next week. You'll also see where the palm is, which to me, sometimes I will, but the palm will face towards you and it'll be next week. So next week. Next week. Everybody see that? Next week.
When do you use that?
Some people just use it. That's
Okay.
just how they do it. Next week.
Okay.
Next week. Next week. Normally I'll do next week. Sometimes I do next week though. I catch myself.
I
Last week.
was gonna let you know.
Okay.
I'm gonna be gone for peak, actually, next week. So
Okay.
that's gonna be from the 16th to
Next
the
week.
22nd. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure.
Yep. Thanks for letting me know.
Or actually to the 23rd. Yeah.
Okay.
So just wanted to let you know.
Gotcha. Okay, month. Do you remember the sign for month?
No, don't.
She's got it. Yeah, month. Month. Okay, now this one too, with past and future, it's a little bit different. Okay, so you will do last month or a month ago. Month past.
So it just depends on what context you're saying it,
Right,
basically.
right. Okay. Any questions on that? We know the sign for month. Last month or a month ago. Okay? And next, instead of future, we're gonna do the sign for next, which is next. Next month. Next. It's also the sign almost for go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Next. Next. Okay. And you'll use that hand shape a lot for, like, if you're talking about, you'll figure this out whenever you're talking about like different things, like if they're doing announcements, you'll say this and then you'll explain what it is. The next thing, next thing, next thing, next thing, next. Okay, that hand shape is gonna be pretty relevant.
Basically like a pointer.
Yeah. Mhm. Okay, makes sense?
Yes.
All right, and this will be posted, so if you need to review, and I'll try to do a quick review where we'll go over all of this, okay? All right, no questions so far? Okay, good. All right, let me think, we did months, okay. Years, we remember the sign for year. Close. Think of world, oh, the world.
Oh man.
Year.
I knew it was something like that.
Year. Yeah, 1 year, all the way around the earth, 1 year. Okay? So, past, that's 1 year, this year, or this year, we'll go over that later. But past, instead of doing last year, it's last year. 1. If it's 2 years ago, 2 years ago. 3 years ago. Okay, usually it stops around there. Same thing for weeks. Usually it stops at about 3 because it gets kind of weird if it starts at 4, 5. Some will. If you see somebody else sign it, you know, you can. But 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks, 9 weeks in the future or the past. But usually those stop at about 3. Okay. Then they'll do 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks. Okay? All right, so 1 year, 2 years ago, 3 years. Okay? And then 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Oh, I don't know what happened with my
Yeah.
finger there.
My hands freeze up too. It's just a matter of building that
I'm doing
dexterity.
piano lessons too, so I'm like,
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so that's last year. Next year. It's in future. Okay, next year. In 2 years in future. 2 years. 3 years. 4 years future. 5 years future. Okay? This is future. It's out, sorry, future. If it's a long time in the future, like 50 years, it wiggles. Okay? It does. And the same thing with like past. Like if we're talking about the year 1950, long time ago. Okay? So, and even like it's a week ago, if it was a long time ago, that's okay. If it was a really long time ago, it's really long time ago. Both hands. Now in the future, you don't do 2 hands. It looks awkward. 1. Cha. You'll see cha or pow on your face. We'll go over more of that kind of stuff later. Okay. Any questions? Okay. Year. I got to year. Yep, so that's about it. Let's review it really, really quick, okay? You ready? Time. Comes off the hand. Let's do 1 o'clock through 9 o'clock. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. And then what is 10 o'clock? Do we know? Time 10, time 11, time 12. Okay? Show me the time for 6:45.
I don't know why I was thinking this is 6.
6, yeah. 6. Palm faces out. There you go.
6.
6:45.
What time?
45. Very good. All right. Ready?
I don't know.
Just do 5:45.
Okay. 5.
Yeah, 5. It'll always touch on
This
the pointer.
finger.
Yep. 5.
Hold on. 5. And then we come back down and do 45.
Nope.
No, you just-
5,
okay.
and then you just move it over. 45.
45. Good grief. Sorry.
5:45. Don't apologize. It's okay. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Let's do 3:15.
3:15. Ooh, hold on. I'm gonna do 15 really quick. Shoot, like-
Well, we gotta practice our number.
I know.
Numbers, yeah. Good. 15.
Oh, is it? Ow.
If you have to work through it, it's fine. All right, ready? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, 15. So 3:15. All right, let's do 9:30. Very good, very good. Let's do 8:30. Yep, 30. You can just do it once, doesn't have to be twice. And make sure your palm is facing out, it's not 30. You're not telling yourself 30, you're telling the other person 30. Okay? Very good, very good. Okay, so morning. Noon. Good. The other sign for noon? That's 13.
Yeah.
What is noon? 12, that's right. So noon or noon. Okay, afternoon. Afternoon. There you go. You got it. Okay. Night. All right. All morning.
Oh man,
Wait.
Very good. Very good. All underneath.
Oh, underneath.
Morning. All morning. Afternoon is all afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay. All night. It's a little weird. Very good. Yeah. Okay, so almost like you're nose diving into your elbow. Night. All night.
like having a baby.
Yeah. Okay. Sign for day. Very good. Day. Day. Okay. Sign for week. Week. I missed one. We'll go back to it. Week. Very good. Every day. Do you remember every day? Every day that I live. Come on, guys.
I don't know the sign forever, so like
Every day.
every
Oh my
day.
goodness.
Every
No,
day.
just do this.
Every day. It's okay. Takes practice. Every day. Okay, so week, we did that. Last week. Last week. Next week. Next week. Very good. All week. All week. Usually, instead of it just being on the hand, it comes off the hand. All week. Okay? Month. Month. Good. Last month. Last month. Good.
Yeah, month is
Or
one.
month ago. Okay? Very good. Next month.
Oh, next
Good.
month.
Next month. Or month in the future. Okay? Year. Year. Good. Year. Okay, last year. She got it. Last year. Last year. You don't have to go around. Last year. Okay? Let's do 3 years ago. 3 years ago. Okay? 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
That's right. 4 years ago. Okay. Some people will do 4, but it gets. You'll notice when you sign it, it's awkward. It's like, okay. That actually could have other meanings too. So, with 5, it can. We're not going to talk about it. Anyway, so yeah, that's one reason why it is that it stops at 3 too, because there can be some expletives there. Okay. 3 years in the future. At 3 years. 3 years.
Oh,
3 years.
gosh.
Yeah, so it just comes straight out. 3 years. Yeah, it's tough. 3 years. Okay, then 4 years in the future. Yep, 4 years. Okay, 4 years in the future. Good job, guys. All right, I'll have this posted so you guys can review it, and I'll do a quick review. Watch it as many times as it takes, and if there's any questions, if you don't feel like you're getting your hand signs right, just pay as close attention as you can. You know, make sure if you can get your hand shapes correct and get your palm orientations right. Okay, so like for the sign for week, you know, make sure your hand is straight, palm is oriented straight towards it, and it goes out, not cockeyed. Okay, try to get it as close as you can. Okay. Any questions?
Did you self-teach or was you taught? Did you go to college?
I went to college. Yeah, 2.5 years. I actually started my bachelor's, and then I'll turn this off.